Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce Elementary Spanish 1 summer session to you guys. So you're always going to want to start in Moodle. We're actually going to go into more than one site, but you want to start with Moodle because this is basically our classroom, okay? So on the left, you're going to see an instructor information block. You'll see a picture of me, my email address, my blog, my phone number and extension. But since this is a summer class, you can call and leave a message, but I'm mostly going to be working from home. So if you want a more immediate response, it's going to be better to either email or text me. So if you look down here, you can set up Remind on your phone, which will enable us to text back and forth without us sharing phone numbers, which I actually prefer. I like getting the text because if you're in the middle of doing an assignment and something's wrong, it's more of an immediate response. Remember, there's a little bit of a delay with email, so I almost prefer you guys to use the texting. So you just would text this code to 81010 or this phone number if that doesn't work, and then you should be able to text me. And if you all went in there, it would also give me the ability to send like a group text, but usually I only have like a few students who sign up for it, so I almost never use the group texting feature. But if you text me, I usually will text you right back. If you wanted to do, because my office hours are going to be by appointment, since we're in this summer session, if you wanted to meet virtually, you can click here. This will take us into a virtual classroom. You just need to send me a text or an email letting me know that you want me. It's always open, but I'm not always in there. I'm only in there if you let me know that I need to be. Or you can watch this video, which tells you how to set up Skype for Business on your computer, and we can also meet virtually that way. So we can screen share, see each other, talk, and we don't have to actually physically meet in my office. Okay, and the blog, I'm going to click here. I pretty much use this blog more so when I'm in the classroom. But if you wanted to look out there, it just has topics that cultural topics that I might bring up in class, but it also sometimes has, like for example, we go over telling time. I have my own videos on the site, but here's some additional ones, some stuff on like Jose Marti. So anyway, you can just play around in here, so you have access to it, okay? Okay. If you keep scrolling on the left-hand side, there's also, this is not required, but it might be nice for you to go in here and post who you are so we all know a little bit about you. You can post a picture and a little blurb about yourself. This is the text that we're going to be using, and below that is the bibliographic information. You're going to see it also in the syllabus. Here's a copy of the syllabus in PDF form. Here is it in Moodle book form. And then you've got your grading criteria and your grading book. Also on the left-hand side, there are links to tutoring and technical support, the libraries. This is important. Well, there's information to the CLEP. If any of you feel like you already took a lot of Spanish in high school and this is too easy for you, the option that you have to do is take the CLEP in the testing center, and if you score high enough on the CLEP, you can get out of all of elementary Spanish, or you could get, if you score even higher, you could get out of both elementary and intermediate. So it doesn't go towards your GPA. You don't get a grade for it, but it does give you credit, so you could get out of Spanish without having to take the class. But if you do that, then let me know because you need to drop the class. This is the priority line. So if you're having trouble with My Language Labs, which is the third-party software that we use, it's basically where you're going to find your book and homework assignments. That's the number that you would call. This link takes you to My Language Labs. This is a video that tells you how to get set up in My Language Labs. And then this is our course code that you're going to need to help set yourself up in My Language Labs. This also takes you to links for apps. If you have an iPad and you want to set up your e-text on your iPad, then you would do the iPad link. If you have an Android tablet, you could set up your ebook on there as well. You can also just use it on the computer. This video tells you basically how to set up, like right down here, you can see this as ESP, and I can switch back to English. Okay, I can switch it back to English. This enables you to make accent marks in Moodle. This little video tells you how to do it, and then if you click here, this pulls up those keyboard codes that you would need. It tells you how, once you have that international, or once you have that Spanish keyboard set up, it tells you what to touch on your keyboard to get those accented marks. Okay, so what else is there? If we go back up to the top, this is just a, tells you what class it is, just a little header. The news forum works like email. So if I need to communicate to the entire class, I'll probably post a news forum and it'll come out to your email. And you want to check it on a regular basis, either your email or the news forum, because we're online and this is the only way I can communicate with you. I'm not going to see you in the classroom. So if there's anything, if someone found a problem with the class or I found a problem, that's how I'm going to communicate it to you, or to remind you to complete your finals, etc. You have a start here block. This video right here just introduces you to me, lets you know what my name is, my family, etc., just so you get a sense of who I am. The video I'm making right now is going to go in here and replace this one. It'll just give you an overview of the course. This tells you again an overview of the course. Just remember, just like this, you're supposed to complete an assignment in this class on or before the census date in order to be counted present in the class. The census date is June the 4th, so you want to make sure that you complete both of those assignments before June the 4th. Okay. Again, here's a video that tells you how to set yourself up as in My Language Labs. I'm also going to post a 2-week temporary access code. So you can, I'll go ahead and show you. Okay, so you'd be able to use this code to set yourself up in My Language Labs. Even though it says redeemed only till February the 3rd, I've been told that we're using the same code from spring semester for the summer, so this no longer holds true. So you can just follow these directions and set yourself up in My Language Labs, but within 2 weeks, you have to purchase your own or you won't have access to the class anymore. And this video right here tells you what to do when you're purchasing your own, so that you keep the same username and password so that you don't, because that can cause a problem. Like if you did it under the temporary access code and then you set up a new one, you have a different username and password, you're going to show up in my gradebook as 2 different people, and you don't want to be 2 different people. You want to be the same person. Okay, so for each week at the top, I tell you the dates and what we're going to be studying. Okay. And then if you open it up, now each week is going to be a little bit lengthy, the descriptions, because of, like, this one's not too bad, because remember we are a truncated course. We're doing the class in 8 weeks when it would usually be 16 weeks, okay? So there's always going to be a video at the top where I'm going to explain to you your assignments for the week. You'll also be told here what to study, what you should be able to do at the completion of the course, as well as your student learning outcomes. That's still what you should be able to do after completing this week's assignments. It'll give you a due date, and then you're going to see each of your assignments. Each week, though, I'll have something called a class participation forum, and when you open that up, it's going to ask you to watch the instructor videos and post any questions or concerns you have about the material introduced in them. If you don't have any questions or concerns, you still need to say, I don't have any questions or concerns, or otherwise you won't get credit, and it's a pretty easy homework grade. So you'll want to complete each of the things. I'm also each week going to have hyperlinks to videos, because I never see you, how best for me to explain the material than through a video. So you're going to see various videos that'll introduce the topics that you have to know for each week. And I apologize, there's going to be quite a few videos in each week, again, because we're a truncated course. Okay. Also, some weeks you're going to have a Moodle quiz. It could be a test or a reading comprehension quiz or a cultural assignment. For these guys, Just make sure that you, when it's true, false, the computer is going to grade it fine. If it's short answer, if like I needed the number 5 and you wrote the word 5, you didn't get it wrong, but the computer is going to count it wrong because in my answer key it had just the number 5. I know this. I have to go in and manually grade them, and I usually do this after you turn them in. So your homework is always going to be due on Thursday evenings by the end of the day, and then I start grading this stuff on Friday. So I'll go in and make the changes then. Okay, and that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything else that I need to explain about the course here. My Language Labs is the other site you're going to go to. So if you click, where is it? If you click here, it's going to take you to My Language Labs, which looks like this. When you first go out here, you're going to have to set yourself up. I'm going to sign in because I already have an account. Okay, this is what My Language Labs looks like, and you can scroll through the dates at the top. All your work starts in June. When you click on one of these assignments, the work is going to pop up in the middle. You just click on all of these things that are out there are assigned, so you'll open up each one. Might look a little daunting, but it's not as much as you think when you go in. And then see, it's a really short activity, so then you'd pick, you know, whatever answer that you want. I'm just randomly doing this. I'm not even paying attention. Okay, and so when you have your answers, you can hit finish and submit for grading. And see, it tells me, obviously I got them all wrong. You can hit try again. You can do that as many times as you would like before the due date, okay? Also out here, you can find tutorials. There's an e-text, so you don't have to buy, and I'll make sure that's open. I have to go in and click it. But you have an e-text that you can open up. You have a glossary, so you can look up words. You have a verb chart, so you can look up how to conjugate words. You just pick, we're basically going to be in the present tense, so you just go to present indicative, and then you'd see the word conjugated down at the bottom. And that's pretty much everything for the class. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.